My name is Brianna. Thank you so much for joining in our practice today. Our focus today will be on lengthening through our hips and opening up through our heart space. So feel free to have on hand a blanket and any other piece of gear that you might need to help make your practice that much more comfortable. As always, this is your practice, so please adapt, adjust, and modify as you need to so that your practice is your own and you are most easeful in whatever form you happen to take. So with all of that being said, welcome. So let's go ahead and start by lying down. As you begin to find a most comfortable space, allow your gaze to soften. Draw in a nice big full inhale, and as you exhale, sigh away. One more time, big full breath in. Exhale, sigh away. With these next few breaths, just begin to notice how you arrive into your space. Notice the sounds and sensations that may or may not be present in your own space. Notice the thoughts that may be coming in and out. And as you begin to arrive into this space, as you begin to settle into your body and settle into your breath, see if you can begin to just notice your thoughts as they come and go without trying to attach to them, without holding on to any one thought or idea. Just begin to observe, almost as if you're watching clouds pass by. As you begin to settle into that place of observation, begin to notice your physical body, and just as it arrives into the spot, notice how you begin to show up onto your mat. From your physical body, gradually draw your attention into your breath body. Begin to observe the quality of your inhales and exhales. Ever so sweetly allow your breath to deepen into the bowl of your belly. Allow your breath to expand front to back, side to side. And from this deep belly breath, allow each inhale to radiate fully into your entire body. And as you exhale, begin to soften. With each inhale, welcome in that fresh prana, light and energy into your body. And with each exhale, give yourself permission to soften and to let go of one thing that does not serve you in this space. As we move through our practice today, I invite you to allow your awareness to be drawn to this connection between your breath and your body, without judgment and without trying to change anything. It's just an observation. And gently bring both hands together at your heart, either palms together or maybe your hands rest on one another. From this space, come into a place that feels a little something like gratitude. And from this place of gratitude, bring to mind one thing that you are grateful for today. And we'll just hold this bit of gratitude in our hearts as we move through our practice. On your inhale, you reach your arms overhead. Lengthen from fingertips to toes, stretch from side to side, front and back. And gently hug your knees into your chest. Just begin to make small circles with your knees. Allow your breath to be full. And then reverse the direction of your circles. Pause in center. Bring your feet to the mat. Hug your right knee into your chest. And root your left leg out nice and long. And just pause in this space. Find your deep belly breath. Lengthen through the soles of both feet. And with your full breath, bring your hands to your hamstrings. Reach your right foot up to the sky. Keep lengthening through both feet. Allow your breath to be full. Just bring some movement into your right foot. Draw some circles with your toes. And go the other way. Pause for a moment. Lengthen through both feet. Big full breath in. And bring your left foot to the mat. Right ankle to your knee. And gently use your hand to press open through your right hip. Even out your hips and side waist so that they are steady. Allow your breath to be full. An option to reach your arms out to a T and make gentle hip rocks here. So rock your knees from side to side. And one more option to weave your hands through to your hamstring and hug your knees in. You can use your right elbow to help with your right knee staying open. Find your full belly breath. And gently release. Bring both feet to the mat. Nice big full breath in. Check in with both sides as you exhale. And hug your left knee in. And as you do, reach your right leg out nice and long. Lengthen through the soles of both feet. full belly breath. And take your hands to your hamstring, reach your left leg up to the sky. And just bring some movement to your left foot. Allow your right foot to stay nice and active. Big full breath. And exhale, bring your right foot to the mat. Left ankle to your knee. Gently use your hand to ever so gradually open up through your left side. Allow your hips to be steady, so try not to let your hips sink, but allow your hips and waist to be even. Reach your arms out to a T, just rock your knees from side to side. And weave your hands through to your right hamstrings. Hug your knee in. Allow your breath to be full. And bring both knees into your chest. And just use a breath or two to make your way to hands and knees. You can use your blanket underneath your knees here for a little bit of support. Allow your hands to touch in underneath your shoulders. With the rhythm of your breath, bring some movement into your spine. So as you inhale, soften your belly, draw your heart and gaze forward and up. Exhale, round through your spine, draw your gaze towards your belly button. And just move with your breath. At your pace. And with your next breath, draw your toes together, bring your hips to your heels. Lengthen through your fingertips nice and long. Allow your upper body to soften. On your inhale, shift back forward into a supported plank pose. Come all the way onto your belly. And just let your hands touch down underneath your shoulders. Lengthen through your spine. And as you inhale, gently lift your hands, lift your heart. Exhale, lower down. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale, lift, hug your shoulder blades onto your backside. Exhale, lower. 1 more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Bring your hands under your forehead. Bend your knees. Rock your feet from side to side. And lengthen through your feet. 1 more time, hands under your shoulders. This time, gently press into your hands. Lift your heart. And as you do, allow your shoulders to soften down your back. Exhale, lower. 2 more, just like that. Inhale, press and lift. And lower. 1 more time. Inhale, lift. And lower. Reach your arms out nice and long in front of you. Bring your right knee beside you. So we're going to hook our right knee. So your right knee is in line with your hips and your ankle is in line with your knee. Reach your right arm out to the side. And on your inhale, sweep your right arm up and over. So you make like a bit of a rainbow with your arm. And then breathe here. So shift and adjust as you need to so that this is most comfortable in your space. Any movement feels good here. Check in with that, honor that. And just another breath here. On your inhale, come back to center. Reach your legs out nice and long. Reach your arms out nice and long. Big full breath in. Exhale. We'll do that on the other side. So hook your left knee. Reach your left arm out to the side. And on your inhale, sweep your left arm up and over. Notice any differences that may show up here. Allow yourself to breathe into the space. Bring any movement that your body may need. And just breathe another moment or so here. And gently come back to center. Let your hands touch down underneath your shoulders. From your belly, lift your hips up and back and shift back into your wisdom pose or child's pose. Option to leave your arms out nice and long or bend your elbows. Bring your hands together over your forehead or over your head. Maybe your hands touch down to the small of your back. And on your inhale, come all the way on to your knees. Step your right foot forward. And just bring your hands by your sides. Reach your fingertips down. Actively press into both feet as you soften your left hip forward on your inhale. Sweep your hands down, out and up. Reach them up to the sky. And as you exhale, open your hands. Twist open ever so gently to the right. Inhale back to center. And one more time, twist. Inhale back to center. And as you exhale, bring your hands to the inside of your front foot. And just pause and breathe here. Keep your heart reaching forward. Breathe fully. And bring whatever movement your body needs here. Just another breath or so. And gently come back to center, and then we'll switch sides. So step your left foot forward. Pause for a moment. I'm going to shift to the other side here. Root evenly through your feet. Allow your hips to soften, hands touch down or reach towards the floor. And on your inhale, reach your arms down, out, and all the way up to the sky. And as you exhale, twist open to the left. Inhale, reach. And twist open to the left. One more time. And exhale, let your hands touch down to the inside of your foot. Breathe fully here. Bring any movement that best serves your body in practice. Inhale, come back to center. We'll step all the way on to our left foot. Come all the way to stand. Roll your shoulders forward and back. And open and close your hands. Rotate your wrists. And go the other way. And bring your hands by your sides, palms face the front. Inhale, sweep your arms and gaze up. Exhale, lower your hands, lower your chin. One more time, just like that. Arms and gaze up. And exhale, lower your hands, lower your chin. And just rock your head from side to side. And pause. Come back to center. Allow your feet to check in underneath your hips, your shoulders over your hips. Reach through your fingertips. Find your full and expansive and radiating breath. Step your right foot forward, left foot back. Feet hips width or so, actively root through both legs. Reach through your fingertips towards the mat. Inhale, sweep them down, out and up to the sky. And as you exhale, bend your front knee, bend your elbows. And as you do, curl your heart upwards. Pause and breathe in this space. Inhale, press into your feet, lengthen, reach your arms up to the sky. One more time, exhale, bend, curl your heart up, and this time bring your hands either to your hips or clasp them behind you. Draw your shoulder blades together, reach your heart, lengthen, big full breath in, an option to exhale, reach your heart forward, gentle forward fold here. Press into your feet, come back to center, reach your arms up to the sky. Now as you exhale, mindfully step everything together. Big full breath. And step your right foot back. Feet, hips width or so, actively press into both feet. Reach your hands down towards the floor. And on your inhale, press your hands down, out and up, reach into the sky. Exhale, bend your knees, bend your elbows. Curl your shoulder blades together. Lift your heart upwards, breathe fully. Root through your feet, inhale, lengthen your leg, reach your arms up to the sky. And one more time, exhale, bend. Your hands may stay as they are. Maybe they touch in at your hips, maybe they clasp behind you. Wherever you are, big full breath in. And as you exhale, draw your heart forward, very gentle forward fold. Find that length in your spine, big full breath. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, ever so mindfully, step your feet together. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. And exhale, gently fold forward. Your hands may touch down at your thighs, maybe your calves, maybe your ankles, maybe all the way down to the floor. Wherever you are, breathe fully. Just another breath here. Bend your knees, bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, press into your feet, come back to standing. Step your feet out nice and wide. Turn your left toes out. Just let your right hip soften towards the side of your mat. the short edge of your mat. Inhale, reach your arms to shoulder height. And as you exhale, reach through your fingertips. Create a nice long left side. Let your left hand touch down where it will. Right hand to your hip. And actively open your heart towards the sky. So you find a nice long side waist. Breathe fully. An option to reach your right arm up. Press into your feet. Inhale, come back to center and bend your left knee. And just check in, make sure you can see your toes. And inhale, come back to center. Lower your hands and then switch the direction of your feet. So turn your right toes to face the side. Left foot parallel to the short edge of your mat. Press into both feet. Inhale, reach your arms to shoulder height. Reach through your right fingertips. Create a nice long right side. Lower your hand to wherever it will. Left hand to your hip. And as you do, actively open your heart. Draw your left shoulder blade back so your entire left side is nice and long. Breathe fully. An option, leave your hand as it is or reach it up to the sky. One more full breath here. Press into your feet, come back to center. Bend your right knee. And just check in. Make sure you are where you think you are in time and space. Where's your knee? Where are your hands? Find that space between effort and ease. And inhale, come back to center. Lower your hands, turn your feet to face the same direction, and then step them together. Just reach your hands down beside you. Find length in your spine. Big full breath. So on your inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, gently bend your knees. Let your hands touch all the way down. Walk your feet back. Find your downward facing dog position. So allow your knees to soften here. It's okay to bend your knees. Find length from your fingertips up through your sit bones, through your tailbone. Breathe fully. Nice big full inhale. Now as you exhale, come all the way on to your knees. Bring your hands to your hips. So there's a couple options here. Your hands may stay on your hips, or maybe they come to the small of your back, almost as if you're tucking your hands into your back pocket. And your feet can either be flat, or you can curl your toes underneath. It's up to you here and whatever feels best. So on your inhale, press into your legs, lengthen your spine, and actively draw your heart open to the sky. Big full breath. And exhale back to center. One more time, just like that. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, press through your legs, lift your heart. And come back to center. And last one, inhale, root to rise, lengthen. Your hands may stay. Maybe they reach towards the mat. Maybe it's in your body in practice. For your hands to touch down on your heels. Wherever you are, breathe fully. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, sit your hips back and swing your legs around to the front. We'll tuck our feet together, so bring the soles of your feet together. I'm going to sit on my blanket. Sometimes if you sit on a blanket, it helps to tilt your pelvis forward a little bit so that it's less strain and work on your lumbar spine and on your hips and knees. So feel free to sit on a blanket or a pillow or even a block. Anything that helps make this form the most comfortable. And then breathe when you get there. And for just a moment, actively press the soles of your feet together, and then exhale, draw your knees to the earth. One more time, just like that. Inhale, press your feet together, lengthen your spine. Exhale, draw your knees to the earth. If it's in your body in practice, you may stay here, or maybe reach your hands out in front for a very gentle forward fold. If you're folding forward, actively draw your heart forward. I'll turn to the side so that you can see just what I mean. So as opposed to rounding here, actively draw your heart forward. And what that does is that draws the stretch into our hips and low back, as opposed to just stretching here through our thoracic spine and our ribs. We're actually stretching through our hips and low back. And inhale back to center. Bring the soles of your feet to the mat, about mat's width or so. And then just rock your knees from side to side. You can pause if there's somewhere that needs that little extra breathing room, a little extra attention. And pause in center. Go ahead and grab your blanket. We're going to do a little yoga origami. So there's a few options here. Option to open your blanket up so that it's a bit of a rectangle. You can roll your blanket into a cannoli or burrito roll. And you can place it parallel to your spine so that the bottom part of the blanket touches in somewhere on the lumbar spine, and you can roll onto it this way for a bit of support. The other option, there's two more options. You can place it perpendicularly to your spine so that your blanket touches in right at the base of the tips of your scapula, so the tips of your shoulder blades, right about where your brow line or brow line would be. And let your arms fold on over or soften over. And last option would be to open your blanket up just a little bit more so that it's a little wider, a little longer rather. Fold it like you're going to make a paper airplane into this trifold. And then you can sit on your blanket. If you happen to have a cranky low back like mine that needs that extra support, you can come onto it that way. And of course there's other ways to play with it, feel it, what feels right. If none of this works, let me know, and I'm happy to help you find a position that does work. But we're aiming here to create space in our upper body. And just breathe for a few breaths here. Allow your breath to fill from your belly, through your ribs, up into your heart space. And as you exhale, soften your heart, your ribs, and your belly. And just a couple more breaths, just like that. Belly, ribs, heart space, heart, ribs, belly. Just another breath or two. And ever so gently bring the soles of your feet to the mat. Let your knees rest against one another. And roll to one side. Remove the support from underneath you. Come all the way back onto your back. Hug your knees in. And just breathe here. An option to reach the soles of your feet to the sky. You can tuck your hands underneath the small of your back, or maybe bring your blanket underneath your back. And just allow your breath to be full. Bring some movement here. Whatever movement your body needs in this time and space. And exhale, release, hug your knees in. Reach your left arm out to the side. Big full breath in, and as you exhale, lower your knees to the right. And use a moment to shift or adjust here. And then just give yourself permission to soften. Breathe fully. And inhale, come back to center. And exhale, reach your right arm out to the side, lower your knees to the left. Again, shift or adjust as you need to. Breathe into the space. Inhale, back to center. And we'll use the next couple of breaths to bring the movement, stretch, or direction that feels best in your body. And when you feel as though your practice is as complete as it's going to be, settle into your relaxation form. Whatever your form, whatever your integration or relaxation pose looks like today. Allow yourself to breathe just in this space. Allow each inhale and exhale to be passive. And gentle. Give yourself full and complete permission to soften into the support that you have created for yourself. Allow yourself to be easeful in this time and space. As always, this is your practice, so feel free to stay in this space for as long as you'd like. I'll guide us through the completion of our practice, but stay in this space until you are most complete in your practice today. Allow your breath to deepen. Bring movement to your fingers and toes. Rock your head from side to side. On your inhale, root your arms overhead. Lengthen from fingertips to toes. Maybe let go a sigh or a yawn. And hug your knees into your chest. Pause in this space and find a place of gratitude. And hold that gratitude in your heart for your body as perfect as it is. And for this time that you have given yourself today. And use the next breath or two, make your way to a most comfortable seated position. Allow your hands to fall where they will. Allow your gaze to soften. And with the next few breaths, just notice how your yoga practice resonates in your own body. Observe from a place of compassion, non-harming. And gently float your hands to your heart. Lower your chin, draw your gaze inward, come into a place that feels a little something like gratitude. And from this place of gratitude, bring to mind one more thing that you are grateful for today. On your inhale, sweep your arms down, out, and up to the sky. Let your palms touch together. Honor yourself, those around you, and your yoga practice. Exhale, hands to your forehead, that your thoughts may bring peace to yourselves and those around you. To your lips, that your words may bring peace to yourselves and those around you. And to your hearts, that your actions may bring peace to yourselves and those around you. Thank you so much for joining in this practice with me today. I hope you have a really beautiful rest of your day. The light in me sees and honors the light in each and every